All right.
I look good on this end, my setup.
Your setup looks great. I love the logo in the back and everything.
All right.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
When you retire, you may get a chance to go to football heaven. This is football heaven.
Now it's my honor to introduce to you and welcome today's guest. Not only is he the president of Central State, but guys, he is my former college professor from the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore. Let's welcome the president of Central State, Mr. Jack Thomas, to the mission. Welcome to the mission, sir.
Thank you so much for having me, sir. And it's an honor to be here and to see you, and particularly as my former student at the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore.
Dr. Thomas, let's jump right into it. We're turning our attention to honor the legacy of these great men throughout the weekend who have built the Black College Football Hall of Fame. More importantly, the classic Central State alongside Winston-Salem State will be taking center stage at Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Your student athletes will have the opportunity to play on the same field where the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Las Vegas Raiders kicked off the 2022 preseason. Talk about this opportunity for these young student athletes to have the chance to perform there.
This is very exciting for us, for our athletes to perform there. I appreciate the support of the Central State University community as we enter the 2022 season and as a new era of Marauder football. And we are elated to kick off this season on September 4th at the Black College Hall of Fame Classic. And I want to thank the organizers, Pro Football Hall of Fame, the Black College Football Hall of Fame, the NFL Network, and the city of Canton for providing this great opportunity to showcase Central State University and Winston-Salem State University. And I like to say on a grand stage to open the college football season. For our athletes, I think they're very excited about this, as well as our coaches and all of us here at Central State University. I had the opportunity the other day to just go out on the football field, which I rarely get a chance to do, but it was very exciting to see them getting prepared. And I asked the coach, I said, are you all prepared? And he said, absolutely. And that the athletes are very enthused and to be there at the Hall of Fame, to be there at that Hall of Fame and looking forward to being there rather, to compete. So it's like these are exciting times for us, particularly for Central State University Marauder football.
And you look at the Marauders, they're led by your new football head coach in Kevin Porter, who is a NFL legend, Kansas City grade. And also, too, I have a relationship with Kevin. I was blessed to work alongside Kevin when I was at the New York Jets. But when you look at his program, Dr. Thomas, how impressed have you been with the way he is building these young student athletes?
Well, we hired what we consider to be a quality leader in our new head football coach, Coach Kevin Porter, who has the right mindset and I would say the characteristics and innovative approach that is best suited to lead Marauder football in a new era. And because of his skills that he has and all of the experiences that he has, and the new coaches that he's actually hired to assist him, I think they know exactly what the student athletes need in order to be successful and also in order to be winners. So I think he's developing them quite well and preparing them.
And when you talk about preparing them, how important is it? Because you're no stranger to being a student athlete. You actually ran track in college. And what is Central State trying to do to bring that balance for that young student athlete that's either playing basketball or playing football, to have that balanced work life, if you will?
And also to add, I was a student athlete. I ran track, but I also coached college track and field for 9 years on the college level. And it's important to have that balance. to make sure that they are winners and they work hard on the field or basketball court or whatever, wherever they compete. But also to use that same kind of determination in the classroom. And as a former student athlete myself, I always pride myself on, and I always tell my sons, they were both runners, and that I used that same determination to win the 800 meters or the mile run or cross country or whatever I ran. I used that same kind of determination in the classroom. And I think that's what Coach Porter is doing here at Central State University. He's using that same kind of determination. We want to win. And as I tell each coach when they come into Central State University, I give them a challenge. And I say that we want to win here at Central State University, and we want to win national championships. And then I end it with no pressure. But I think they know that they have a president who was a student athlete and a coach, and that I do understand. And I feel that I've served in every level of the academy, from a professor, as you know, all the way to an administrator, a coach, and you name it, and was a student athlete. So I understand the needs and I understand the process here. And it's about strength and conditioning, and not just strength and conditional when it comes to the physical part of this, but also the mental and the emotional part of this as well. So we have to prepare what I like to say a total student athlete. And I think Coach Porter is doing that.
Dr. Thomas, you talked about winning, and I wanted to switch gears a bit to talk about winning as you are building Central State to be one of the powerhouse academic HBCUs in the country. Not only will the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic display your student athletes, but if you could just switch gears a bit and talk about some of the great things that you've been doing since you've been president of the university.
Thank you. When I came to Central State University, I came with the theme, innovation is in our DNA, that we're innovative, creative, and we are flexible. We had to add some enthusiasm. I came in the midst of a pandemic. So ever since I've been here, we've had the pandemic, but we've seen some tremendous growth here at Central State University. We started an honors college, and we brought some of the best and brightest students here to Central State University. We have the presidential scholars that we created, as well as the trustee scholars. A presidential scholar is a student who is at the top 1%, 5% of his or her class. And we got some bright students from all over the country. They could have gone anywhere they wanted to go. This year, we had the first Goldwater Scholar that the university has ever had, and we had a Boring Scholar. These are high achieving awards across the country. And with our honors college, we started an honors residence hall, which will also have office space for the honors executive director. That building is about 98% complete. We will have that building completed in the next month or two, which is one of the state-of-the-art buildings that we built during the pandemic. And we started what we call Project Innovation. That building is one of 7 new buildings that we have planned for Central State. The next building will be apartment-style buildings, and then we're starting a health and wellness center, which is our a health and wellness center, which will have a indoor track and all of the amenities, which is a rec center rather, all of the amenities that you would want to have on your campus at a university. And then we'll start doing a renovation of an old steam plant, which we've already gotten about $2 million for parts of the renovation, to start the College of Health and Human Performances here at the university. We're going to focus on minority health and look at the health disparities and those kinds of things. We also started what we call CSU Global, an online education, where we normally have about 2,000 students on campus, but we now have over 4,000 students online. So our enrollment has almost tripled. So we have a little over 6,000 students now. And in addition to that, we have created multiple corporate partners. In order for a university to be successful and to thrive and not just to survive, we wanted to partner with business and industry. So we have over 40 different partners now with business and industry, and they are investing in our institution financially, as well as providing internships and jobs for our students and those kinds of things. And also, we're kicking off a multi-million-dollar capital campaign, which the institution hasn't had a multi-million-dollar capital campaign. And we're in the silent phase of that campaign right now. And that's just some of the things that we're starting to do here at Central State University. These are exciting times in the history of the university, and we're looking forward to even more greater things happening as we move forward with this university. And the Black College Football Hall of Fame is just one of those exciting things that we're going to do in terms of athletics. But also, before I stop, let me just tell you, we got some fundings from Honey Bear, and we did a brand new surface, artificial turf on our football field. And we had some other funds that we added with that. We did a brand new track. We put a Jumbotron scoreboard on our field with all the electronic kinds of things that are needed. And we renovated our stadium. We held our graduation for the first time in 10 years on our campus at our brand new stadium. And my chair of the board, Mark Hatcher, said that he's never seen that stadium packed like that. And he thought it was like homecoming. And we look forward to packing that stadium during our football games as well. So we are excited about the things that are happening here at Central State University.
That's amazing, Dr. Thomas. You have a lot going on. And, I look at one of the events. We're having the Classic College Fair. Now, this is giving over 1,400 students the opportunity to learn more and apply to over 50 colleges and universities, including 25 HBCUs. And this is actually going to be the Thursday that kicks off the Black College Hall of Fame Classic weekend. But if you could talk about the how valuable this college fair is to the exposure of HBCUs.
Well, our Dean of Enrollment Management, as well as our admissions director and our recruiters, we will all be there in full force. This is very important to introduce students to the colleges and universities and what we have to offer in terms of our academic programs, as well as not just those things that happen in the classroom, but those things that happen outside of the classrooms as well. And this gives students an opportunity to be exposed to Black colleges as they come to this fair. And this is sometimes students' first introductions to an institution. So this will be an exciting event for students, but not just for students, but also for parents. Nowadays, when you're recruiting, you're recruiting not just the student, but you're recruiting the parents as well, because in a lot of situations, those parents are helping to make the decision, or they are making the decision themselves for their sons and daughters. So you got to have both them there, and this will be a great event for them.
And lastly, before I let you go, Dr. Thomas, I know you're extremely busy, but we got to talk about the Classic. For folks that may have never been to a Classic, if you could describe that atmosphere, because I just learned that Central State, not only are you bringing the football team, the cheerleader, the dance team, and the band, of course, but you guys are bringing your choir as well.
Absolutely. When you have a Classic, you got to have just about everybody there in support of what you're doing. It's exciting to have various kinds of events going on. We have a Grammy Award winner choir, an outstanding choir, The band is outstanding. We have a new director, Director Gaines, who came here. And last year, from last year to now, I think he's doubled the numbers there. And also as our football team, they've doubled their numbers as well. They've done well in going out and recruiting, as well as our choir. They have increased those numbers as well. So, and then the dancers, all of these kinds of things go along with a classic. If you're going to have a bona fide classic, there will be a lot of activities. There will be a lot of excitement going on as well. And that's what makes up a classic. And then you have a lot of the students coming to, as well as their parents, and then the alumni. You know, they like to brag about how it was back in the day. You know, well, we still want that same kind of experience. And we're gonna show them that they still can have that same kind of excitement about Central State University as they cheer us on as we take on and defeat Winston-Salem State University.
And you talk about alumni. Right above me here in the Black College Hall of Fame gallery is Hugh Douglas,
Yes.
former New York Jets and well-known with the Philadelphia Eagles. In fact, Hugh is going into the Ring of Honor this year. So congratulations to him. But when you talk about that tradition, Hugh Douglas is right there. And I had to point him out there for you.
Thank you. We appreciate that, pointing out Hugh Douglas, which we're very proud of Hugh Douglas. Thank you so much.
Dr. Thomas, I want to thank you so much for joining us right here on the mission, and we can't wait to honor you and Marauder Nation right here at the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic.
Thank you so much for having me on today, and we are excited, and we say, go Marauders.